Okay, so let me stay on that theme. Draw your attention to the signing of the Abraham Accords, the establishment of formal relations between Israel and two Gulf states, the United Arab Emirates and the Kingdom of Bahrain. Within 3 months, there was a third announcement with Morocco. Sudan was in there, but Sudan is dysfunctional and that wasn't able to move forward, but I hope it will eventually. Since that time, Israel has signed memoranda of understanding on defense issues with Morocco and with Bahrain. As a former senior Pentagon official, how would you describe the military-to-military relationships between Israel and the Arab world generally, not just those two countries, and how far along are we in the creation of the kind of regional security architecture that people have been talking about for years?
Well, they're two different things, actually.
Okay.
Mill-mill relations tend to work well because they avoid the politics. We have good mill-mill relations with a number of other countries because they're below the radar. And so you can say the Saudis and the Israelis have been working together for ages, at least started with intelligence. It's gone beyond that. But that's a very separate thing from an integrated military approach. And I would argue even NATO isn't entirely integrated, and that's been an alliance since 1949, okay? It takes time, and it takes a degree of trust that is not entirely there. Do the Bahrainis and the Qataris really trust each other? Do the Saudis and the Qataris really trust each other? Do any of them fully trust the Kuwaitis? Do the Omanis really trust the others? Do they all trust the Israelis 100%? If you're going to truly integrate your military, you need to fully trust the other guy. Who do we fully trust? The Brits, the Australians, and that's why we have AUKUS. Give me a longer list of those we fully trust. We have the Five Eyes.
Right.
Are the French part of the Five Eyes? Are the Germans part of the Five Eyes? You see my point. There are limits.
Israel and Egypt have important military-to-military relationships and intelligence relationships, and Israel and Jordan as well. Are those models for how this could eventually develop? Although it's in the context of kind of a cold peace.
Well, again, I think the point is the cold peace between Israel and Egypt, and to a great extent between Israel and Jordan, is a political cold peace.
Yeah.
Militarily, they're working very well together.
Yeah.
We know that the Israelis helped the Egyptians out in the Sinai a lot more than either side is willing to admit.
Mm-hmm.
And those are military operations. And so as long as it's kept below the political radar, a lot can be accomplished. What you were just asking me a minute ago, though, was can you integrate 7 or more countries?
Yeah.
That's asking a lot.
Although we saw in April of last year and October of last year, when Iran fired missiles and drones at Israel, it wasn't only the United States that helped
That's
Israel.
right.
It was also states in the region, and also France and UK.
That's absolutely right. But that was a single operation.
Yeah.
What you're talking about, I thought, was true integration.
Yeah, ongoing. Yeah.
That's much more demanding. Look, one should not minimize what happened against those Iranian missiles. That is truly significant. I mean, the Brits and the French, that was great.
Yeah.
The fact that you had Gulf states working alongside Israel. I mean, the last time you saw that was in that movie Independence Day, where all the aircraft are flying, you've got the Israelis, the Arabs, and the Russians, and this and that and the other. But that was a movie. This was real.
And what a powerful symbol
Absolutely.
of not only regional integration that was emerging, but also, frankly, the enormous capability of Israel in defeating the same enemy that also threatens states in the Gulf.
And the ability of the Gulf states to participate.
Yes.
I mean, to me, that's a real harbinger of the future. Again, one has to resolve Gaza first.
Yeah.